So Georgia, thank y'all very much. So the Georgia law, here's what the Georgia law says versus H.R. 1. What H.R. 1 says is that we want to nationalize the elections. Our founding fathers said don't nationalize elections. H.R. 1 says let's do this. This is a cool idea. Let's take your money and put it into my campaign account involuntarily. I'll take your money if you want to give it to me. But literally, the law requires you to pay for individual campaign accounts.
No.
It's in the bill. It literally says you must. I left my money at home because some of my friends want so much. I have so little to give. But it literally takes money out of your pocket and puts it into our campaign accounts involuntarily. That is wrong. I almost call it theft, but I'm sure that the definition of theft probably doesn't match it, but it is wrong. And it goes further. It makes ballot harvesting that should be illegal everywhere, legal everywhere. It makes mail-in ballots without signature verification, without any way of knowing who's voting, the law of the land. That's wrong. Now here's what the Georgia law does. And for those of us who want everybody, I want everybody to vote. I just want you to vote. That's why when I was in the State House, I encouraged and supported the voter ID laws we have in this state. I think they're fantastic. I think we need 37 states have voter ID laws, because if you need, we should tell Delta CEO this, by the way, if you need an ID to get on the plane, you should need an ID to vote. And they have exceptions if you don't have IDs. But here's what the Georgia law says. Georgia law, very basic, says that we are going to expand your access to the polls. It says if you want water, we don't want you to get Republican water or Democrat water while you're in line. You can get it from a poll worker, a nonpartisan person. It says that the polling hours is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, I know President Biden has some challenges. The truth might be one of them. 5 p.m. is a lot. It's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on an additional Saturday voting day, it was different hours. Right. On the additional voting day. And on Sundays, but they've never voted in Georgia, they add voting on Sundays. Having a ballot box to drop your ballots off before the pandemic was illegal. They made it legal. So when you think about what actually occurred in Georgia, you have more early voting, you have more days to vote, you have more hours to vote, you have more flexibility in voting. And on mail-in ballots, instead of a signature verification, they want one or two things. They want your driver's license number, and if you don't have a driver's license, they want the last 4 of your Social Security. How can you have a legitimate conversation about something so sacred as voting? How can you distort the facts so terribly that you're willing to bring back the concept of a poll tax or the concept of Jim Crow? You only do that when you have nothing to stand on. You bring up a provocative and ugly racial past that does not exist. That racial past does not exist in today's America. Thank God that it doesn't. But don't weaponize race in a powerful and destructive way when so many people fought and died so that I could be your senator. So I can stand here and have a conversation with you. What a blessing.